Hello guys, welcome to my channel. The less is more. So today we will discuss not an editorial but a kind of notebook that used to publish in the Hindu newspaper. Okay, so let's start that. The title of the notebook is the Tools Cannot Replace Journalists. Tools. What do you think? Which tools are we will be discussing? Tools like AI, generative tools, etc. Right? Will it replace journals? So it is about this topic. So all reporters harbor dream projects, but many don't get to execute them due to reasons such as lack of access, absence of critical information, and tight-lipped sources. The Hindu data team also has many such dream projects. For instance, for a long time we wanted to access the India Meteorological Department's graded weather data, but we did not have the coding skills to do this. 2 months ago, we struck gold when we found a Python library which required minimal coding and helped us access the AMD data by downloading it as a comma separated value files. Having access to this data gave us at least 3 stories. In one story, we found that Kulu and Chandigarh recorded these wettest ever days in July this year. This helped readers understand through data that the rainfall in North India this year was truly unprecedented. Around the same time, an intern who had joined the team said she knew machine learning and was keen to use it to tell stories. The data team wanted to test the possibility of getting another long forgotten story done through machine learning. We wanted to measure Muslim representation over the years in the Lok Sabha. As there is no official record of the religious identities of MPs, we considered using the names of MP to identify their religion, but the task of manually classifying over 500 MPs across all the Lok Sabha has sounded laborious and we kept postponing the exercise. When we finally got it, we first looked at Muslim names on website that listed the names of Indian babies. The idea was to use that list as a base and identify possible Muslim member of parliaments. However, this idea backfired as Asaduddin Owaissi's name did not figure on any of this list. We abandoned the exercise. The intern claimed that she could train the machine to predict the religious identities of MPs. To identify Muslim MPs, character-based ML models developed by Rachna and Sugat Chaturvedi in the 2023 paper. It's all in the name, a character-based approach to infer religion were implemented. The ML algorithm accurately predicted Mr. Owaissi's religious identity. However, it claimed that former Jammu and Kashmir MP Mehbooba Mufti was not a Muslim. The model missed the name of Abdul Rahman Antulai, the former Chief Minister of Maharashtra who served as MP in the 14th Lok Sabha, as it appeared as A.R. Antulai in the Lok Sabha records. We faced the same issue with S.S. Samad Ali, another former MP. False positives too crept up. An MP whose name was Khan was not a Muslim, but the ML model identified him as one. And so, despite employing machine learning, we were back to square one. However, given that we had already put in a lot of effort into this story, we were not ready to give up. 3 interns manually checked most of the potential false positives and false negatives and made corrections. We also called up our reporters in each state to confirm whether the number of Muslim MPs corresponded with what they knew anecdotally or could confirm using sources. The story "No Muslim MPs even in states with high Muslim presence" published on July 6 was mostly a product of old-fashioned journalist practice, gathering data manually, checking with sources, writing a story based on known facts, and keeping readers informed of what they may not know. ML gave us the much needed push. By the end of this exhaustive exercise, what became clear to us was that tools cannot replace journalists. It is true that journalists who use these tools have an advantage, but the fear that artificial intelligence and machine learning could replace journalists is exaggerated, at least as of now. So, from this story, we have seen that the how identifying the Muslim MPs in in 16 Lok Sabha is through machine learning is not that much corrective and adequate and the accurate, so that after all the journalists have to make corrections after gathering resource on their own and manually shows that whether the MP is having Muslim religion or not. So from this story we can infer that the tools cannot replace journalists, but yes, the journalists who use these tools can have a little bit advantage over the other journalists. Okay, so this is in this context that the technology may overpower human minds, but not always. Okay, so we should not fear from the AI and machine learning. Okay, because it has been made by the human only, so human have the ability to suppress or the put restriction on these kind of technologies in the welfare of the humankind if the humanities want. Okay, so this was for today. Let us find out the 5 new words that you would like to use. Or harbor, the first is harbor, means making a reality. Harbor dream. Critical information. Long forgotten story. Abandoned means leave. Train machine learning to predict the names. Okay, so these are the 5 words that I have find out for today for myself. I would also recommend you to find out the same kind of 5 new words that you would like to use in your daily conversation as well as the writings. Okay, writing a means answer. Okay, it will benefit you over the time, not immediately. Okay, so till then, bye bye, signing off for the day.